because you know now, I think it will not be an effect for you. Okay, so we have a document now, and be sure to look for every page in this document, and in the end you will find 2 keys. I saw people that was struggling to find them because they just didn't read the documents. So this is very important. Okay, and now what we can do is we have a panel. Where is that shadow? It should be here. Where? It's not here, it's not here. Okay, yeah, it is here. And strangely, it occurs in random position. Some time ago it was like in some other place, and now it was by the switch. So yeah, it's like random. Okay, so we have a switch, we turn on it, and it actually opens some sort like a grave down here.
What room is this? It smells so strong. I wonder why.
Because maybe there are dead bodies, maybe not. Yeah, but it's definitely has blood. And what we can do here now is just to put our recorder on this box, and actually we are still missing an empty tape and some cables and stuff like that. So there is nothing to do here right now. We should leave. And the more important part is that we actually now have 2 keys that we should use. So return from the dark and creepy place and go back to the secret room, because if you remember, there was a small cabin here, a shelf maybe, which was locked. So let's just go there, and now you will be able to unlock it with these keys. It was near the tubing system. I actually tried to click it and said that it's not accessible at the moment, but now it's okay. And hooray, we got an empty tape, a clean cassette, and we have a very important document. Now be sure to read this research report very carefully, because it will explain about the research which was conducted to get the spirit voices in some particular setup. You need a tape recorder, a clean tape, a noise source, and a noise source is a frequency generator, which is back in laboratory and which I showed the manual for, so read that as well. And we need microphone and loudspeaker, and actually I didn't show, but there is a big loudspeaker in that grave that we were just in. So read this document, it will explain how to set up the experiment, and we actually need to reproduce it right now. So yeah, this is very important document. It makes so much easier to do that puzzle. And now that we have that, we can return to the laboratory. So I just lost the video and I'm refilming it right now. So we went from this room, we got empty tape, and we still have unused keys. So as I said, let's return to the laboratory. And inside the laboratory there are some doors that we tried to open and it was locked, but now as we have key.
As Lennon said.
Once again, indication of progress, that's good. Okay, and this is actually the door. Can open it, and as you can see here, it seems that someone was living here, but the main part is that we actually have a signal generator, and you should have read the manual which was in laboratory that I suggested to read, because you now should know.
If all these biowaves exist, I can try to reproduce their experiment to understand what's going on downstairs and where this fear is coming from.
you should know now how to operate this thing. And actually another important document was the research that we actually found in the secret room cabin that actually describes what was the experiment, that we, in some sort of frequencies, if we translate, if we send it via loudspeaker and put in a tape recorder 3 meters from the loudspeaker and sit it for an hour and record everything and then listen to the recording, we could actually hear some strange voices that is not translatable and stuff like that. So first thing first, we should reproduce, as our hero said, the experiment, and for that we first need to configure the signal generator. And now, starting with the frequency, if you read the manual, you should know that the frequency is changed with 2 knobs actually, the needle itself and the range. So the frequency we are interested is in one of our documents. You should remember somewhere in the beginning in one of the rooms we found a document which indicated some frequencies and one was marked out, and it's called Report on Decryption Results. So here it is, and as you can see, the frequency we're interested is 1.4 kilohertz. It says voice detected. So first thing first, we need to put it here, and we find it here. We turn the needle to 1400, but this is actually in range number 3. So as you can see, this number is in this range. So with another range knob, we need to turn it on 3. Next thing, we actually need to turn on the transmission, because as in the manual was written that if we want to send the signal over the long distance cables, we need to turn on this. And now we should select the output, and regarding the output, we actually have only 3 of them, and only one is connected to the cable, so it's output 2, and we just select output 2. Now for signal form, we have sine wave, we have triangle wave, we have square wave, and we have some white noise. And in the research was said that it should be about the noise. It was not mentioned any of the specific waveform, so it's this one which is actually a random waveform. So only the thing is left to turn it on. As you can see, we hear some white noise, and now it's actually configured to transmit this white noise from this cable to the loudspeaker, which is in that grave. So this part is done, and one more thing is actually very important in this room. You can actually read the documents if you like, but I will just give them this time because they are actually not needed for any next puzzles. But the most important thing is the microphone on the here, and it's a bit tricky to see in first, but it's here, so just take it. And now we should just return to the grave, as I call it, in the hatch underneath the dark place, and set up stuff there. The research said that...
It's dark and cold there.
Sorry?
I need a light to walk downstairs.
Yeah, of course you do. And the research said that we should sit an hour and record the signal, but it will just be like a cutscene of some sort. So, okay, so let's go down. We have our tape recorder here, and now we can finish the setup up. So just put the empty tape we found in the secret room, connect the microphone, and be sure to press it on this little jack. So now the microphone is connected, and we just need to turn on the recorder. And it's, as I said, it's like a cutscene. And if you set up everything correctly with a signal generator, you should have now recorded cassette, and if not, then it will return an empty one again. So if it shows empty, just repeat everything. Okay, so let's go back to that room in the laboratory, because it had a playback device, well, a magnetophone.
Many people want to know the meaning of life.
Once again, indication of progress. But actually do listen to those messages, because they just amplifies the experience of this game. So, okay, just we transmitted some simple signal, some random signal, and in general it should have recorded some voice of death or something like that. So just let's listen. And one thing I truly heard from this is Russian word "smert," meaning death.
Something happened to me while I was listening to that record. I don't know exactly what it was, and now I got here. What other mysteries could this place be hiding?
Okay, and once again, our hero does not know what happened, and we in other room, in some sort of a room. And first thing first, here is a postcard which has a Soviet Union symbol on it. It seems nothing special, but on the other side we have some writings, and we have some hand drawing, which is quite important and will be used a bit later. And now there's not actually much stuff here. We can see a wall which is like tear down, and you can hear that something is like scratching and rubble is dropping, and it's terrifying a bit. So sorry didn't comment if there was a gas mask, that it's important for us, so take it from this case. And now what actually we need to go back through this door. It's a dark place again, but here's a body. And body is not good, right? But this body has a pickaxe and we need it. And now one jumps. Nah, just kidding. It's not so scary this time. Well, our hero is in panic, I guess. Still, so now we have pickaxe. Let's just put a hole in this wall. Once again, few times. You need to do it a few times. And now you just...
Once you're real, then you might...
Once again, indication of progress. Now we in some sort of corridor. There is nothing actually to do. You cannot go there, you cannot go there. The only place is this room and this light. So first of all, let's go here.
Looks like a mercury spill. It's too dangerous to enter without protection.
Now I wanted to show you that he says that it's too dangerous to enter without protection, and mercury has vapors and room temperature, so you need a gas mask. But